What's up, VC? How we doing there? It's your friend Eric Weinbender. So I'm here in this not too common location here at my mom's house, and the first thing I'm gonna have to do is shout out my mom for letting me completely and totally hijack her dining room table, as I've been gifted a record collection. Maybe I'll do a final count here and insert a number via editing. I've been playing with editing lately. That's been fun. A lot of these are box sets, so you get loosely factoring the number on that. But anyways, the long and short of it is, um, acquaintance of mine who's a trombone player has played for the. I believe he plays other instruments, but predominantly trombone, and he's played with the local symphony orchestra for years, 25, 30 plus years. But back in the day, he also used to be a horn for hire. I know for a fact that he played with the Temptations. I know for a fact that he played with the OJs. And besides that, I think he might have played with the Delphonics and a couple other groups. I'm not thinking, I can't think of offhand. And then festivals and other gigs and shows and around the southeast region, predominantly the Carolinas. But so anyways, he hadn't played, dropped a needle on a record in over a decade, and he asked if I was interested in just taking his record collection off his hand. And I said, first and foremost, yeah, before I even knew what it was. And he said, now, they're older records, which doesn't hurt my feelings. Predominantly of everything most everything I listen to is pre 2000. Not that I don't have my favorites post 2000. So he said, it's probably a lot of jazz. And I got excited. To ruin the surprise, it's not mostly jazz, but there is jazz in the mix. He said, there's going to be some country, classic rock, all sorts of stuff. It's really eclectic, which I'm all about. He's like, and then there's some classical. So to be a spoiler, it's predominantly classical, but it's extremely clean. It's varied. I enjoy classical. I do have a little pile that I've set aside, some that's going to be gifts to friends. But let's just get to flipping, because if you clicked on this video and you're not a subscriber to me and you don't care about my random ramblings, you probably just want to see what's in the box. So the remainder of this video is likely to be flip view, and let's have at it. Okay, so first things first, you'll probably hear a dog walking and stomping around. Actually, he looks like he is settling into bed. That's the old man Moose. Also goes by the name Brak. From Space Ghost fame. His eyes have muted, but when he was a young boy, he had the eyes of Sir Brak. Formal dining room has been jacked by me. Thank you, Mom. There I am in the corner, and my beautiful sister. And here is the record collection. So there's probably going to be a couple cut pauses and breaks as I sift through these boxes that were completely unorganized, but I try to put some kind of rhyme or reason to. All right, here we are in the first box. A bit of mostly classical here. You'll see that there's all sorts of stuff from Vanguard and RCA, etc. And by no means am I a classical expert, so if anyone sees a gem, please let me know. Liberty Press is here. This one I'm actually going to have to keep for sentimental reasons. The gentleman that gave me this collection, he was playing trombone on that, one of his early recorded pieces. So all sorts of stuff here. No sleeve on that, but some old Columbia 6 eyes in fantastic condition. More of the same. All sorts of things. By the way, this Phase 4, this might not be your cup of tea, but if anyone finds any of these and it's in their wheelhouse of music, these sound absolutely fantastic. I actually have this. This is a Columbia 2i. This is even better condition than the one I have, which is already in stellar condition. So I'll be keeping that. That sounds good. Stravinsky, Bach, Tchaikovsky, all the mainstays are in here, Mozart, etc., as well as things that are beyond me. Of course, any old collection, you're going to find yourself some Al Hirt. Speaking of. Like I say, more of the same, so I'll just power through this. This box is mostly classical. More of that Allstate. So this is the same gentleman that played trombone. Let me shuffle over here. Okay, so this box is mostly Seraphim. We got a couple loose single LPs. And then we get into the box sets here. These are all just tremendously clean. A couple of them have the lightest staining or a little bit of the bubbling on the glue. After that, we have some RCA. This is about the worst damage you're going to find on any of these. One of these has a sticker tag, which I guess was an issue even back then. More RCA. And then you get into a couple of these London. And then no need to pull them all out. But more of the same. There's a big lot of all these Time Life. And they're all very well done here. They have the composers down in the corner, each one of these. And then the kind of subcategory of what version of classical it is. But these are all very nice and very, very solid condition. I mean, look how clean that is. Some of this is just really exceptional. Here's a big box of Deutsche Gramophone. Shout out to my friend Comic Grandma, who's more informed on this. I'll probably leave a link to his video recently. He did a breakdown on Deutsche Gramophone. And to be honest with you, this whole, and even these box sets, these are all Deutsche Gramophone in really stellar condition. These are probably going to end up as a gift. Here's a box of just complete total randomness. This one's actually a keeper because you wouldn't think it has ties to me with this here rebel flag. But 120 cadence marches. Most important one there is on Wisconsin. Go Badgers. It's COVID, I tell you what. Shout out to all you sports fans dealing with this nonsense. But understandable, there's more important things in sports right now. Anyways, some of this Gandhi, Annie, it just gives you an indication of the condition, because this is hardly the rarest thing in the world. But these, when found, are consistently beat up, and these are not. This is actually, I'm not going to pull it out, the first ever recording of the gentleman that gave me this collection, so I'll definitely be keeping that. There's some, also in the mix here, there's some like kind of ragtime and Dixieland and early New Orleans jazz, solo instrumentationship and things of that nature. Some of this more Reader's Digest, and I'm actually keeping this one. This is Veronica's laid claim to this. But more of the same for these Time Life, Baroque era. Like I say, some of these have little dings in the corners and a little bubbling up of the glue. But for the most part, all these are in just stellar condition. I mean, give you an idea, some of these box sets, let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Be good to me, please. So, if you can see, not only is this thick, heavy, durable cardboard that's stood the test of the years, but this nice heavy casing, flip. Of course, this has all the original sleeves and inserts. The breakdown of the 9-disc, and the way these are divided with sleeves, and you pull the records from the top. I mean, this, someone could really learn from this package, and this is absolutely wonderful. I love the way that's done. Peter, Paul, and Mary. Some of these are just going to be shippers. I like to receive. I like to do my best to avoid pollution and, you know, reduce and reuse. So some of these ridiculous album covers, like, look at this. We're going to stomp at a party with the Village Men. Not the type of people that look like I want to party with. But some of these random record covers, instead of buying brand new cardboard backers, I will just use one of these. Like, who doesn't want to receive this, gentleman? Because nothing says a biker like corduroys and moccasins with no socks. But to get to actually towards, like, great shipper right there. This gentleman needs to end up in your box. Full splits business. So, some tig old biddies. So all this kind of nonsense, creepy clowns will be shippers in the future. And if I'm not mistaken, we'll get plant music. We're actually get to some of the classical I want to keep here. Look at this, fat lady isn't singing, she's bonded, so that's random. And then some of the classical I'm actually keeping here towards the back here. I might actually insert a picture of this. This might not be the most enticing as far as music and cover, but some of these old 6 eyes and 2 eyes in here are just in stellar condition and very intriguing. But towards the back here, Stravinsky and Tchaikovsky, Mozart, Beethoven, I'm keeping all these. This is pretty easy. Let me switch hands to show you and I. Here's a, man, even in this amazing a condition, this might be a $10 record. But original book, sleeves, promo copy. I mean, these are just absolutely awesome condition. That being said, this is probably a $10 record at most if you could even find someone to find a buyer, and that's the best condition you're ever going to find it in, but more likely that'd be a sub $5 record. Another thing, this is intriguing. Great condition, still has the books, yada, yada, yada. So I'm definitely going to discover that music. And then the one I'm probably most excited for here is the Beethoven 9 Symphonies. Amazing box set. That thing weighs about 13 pounds, and I'm happy to have it. Getting towards this last box here. A bit of randomness here. Christmas music goes into Joan Baez Christmas. More records of Joan Baez. You can see how these are commonplace but very clean. Peter, Paul, and Mary here. Multiples. In fact, let me pull these out in a chunk so I can flip better and be quick with this. Janice Ian. Got to find out what this boy's all about. That guy is intense. He'll haunt your dreams. But this is another one. You find these every day. Not that special. The lightest ringwear right here, but these are original Columbia 2 Eyes first press in really, really nice condition. So Mamas and Papas. Upgrade for me, I already have this. This Blood, Sweat, and Tears is quality music. Chris Christopherson. He's got deep thoughts on his mind. But Jim Croce. Really enjoyed Jim Croce. I don't think he gets the attention in the vinyl community he deserves because everyone just has it and takes it for granted. John Denver, Doc Watson, more John Denver. And then we get into a little section here of more country leanings. We got some Merle Haggard. I'm actually keeping this Merle. Here's a loose Merle, no sleeve. Alabama, Flatt and Scruggs. More Alabama. The Judds here, Gatlin Brothers. Arlo Guthrie's a keeper for me. Same with this here, Mickey Gilley. Hank Williams, some Willie. I'll keep that Willie. Don McLean. I think I already have a copy of this. I haven't listened to in years. This is probably just going to end up at a local record store. Little comedy, Father Guido Sarducci. Some early Saturday Night Live here. Chevy Chase there in the fantastic shirt. Happy to have these. I've actually been on the look for these for a while. And the second one is a gatefold that has the original booklet still intact. How do you not want to discover and listen to anything called Memphis Swamp Jam? So definitely be spinning that and keeping that. My sister's laid claim to this Benny Goodman. Buddy Rich, this ringwear from someone sitting down a drink is about the worst damage on any of these. Count Basie, more of the same. This one's might be interesting. I'm going to check this out. It's a Beatle bag. So I guess it's Count Basie playing the Beatles. Now we get into jazz. This collection promised to have a lot of jazz, and there's very little of it, but I'm happy to have what is here. So I'll be keeping this. Emerson label here. Wes Montgomery bumping. I'm actually happy to have that one. We get into a little collection of Verve here. These are keepers for me. Excited for this Jimmy Smith. Been listening to a good bit of Jimmy Smith lately. A decent amount of Duke Ellington in here. And then really excited to see some of this Thelonious Monk in here. This is really clean. I mean, here's an old 1500 series. Happy for that. And these are all OGs. I mean, the gentleman had them forever. This is one I've been on the lookout for anyway, so happy to stumble on that. Alrighty, and to sum it up here, back in front of the camera, one of the reasons why you just gotta jump on a collection. Like I say, this was advertised and discussed to be, pretty heavy in classic jazz. I was hoping to find a bunch of 1500 and early 4000 series Blue Notes, mostly non-existent. Cool to see some of this verve. But the jazz was thin, even though it was promised that this was predominantly jazz. So be it. I'm still grateful. The price of this was free. The classic rock and the bulk of that was in here is non-existent. This classical, a lot of this is going to end up at a local store. It's just going to be gifted, and he's probably going to price most of this at the $1 to $3 and make a little classical pop-up section until it sells out. But that is what it is. If he gives me a free record in the future, I'll be happy for that. I'm just spreading the love. But long and short on this end, what I'm getting at is the reason why you got to take collections and just move these heavy boxes and see what's what, whether it's a low price collection or a free collection. You never know what you're going to find. These Mosiac, these are box sets of CDs. This giant CD collection right here is the Nat King Cole Trio. This one right here is the complete recordings of Paul Desmond Quartet. All right, and I didn't want to open all these because this would become redundant. This one I'm most excited for here, this Chet Baker Quartet. If you can see right here, let me try to open this up. This opens on a hinge. If I can sneak it in here. You don't need to see everything every last second. So it has the brochure for the next thing sold. Little blue note booklet. This is catalog 1992 here. This little booklet of everything, Miles Davis, the whole catalog, the rundown. So interesting little stuff in there. Another big full booklet of details, information, photography, stories, etc. Oh, there's more sheets falling out here. Like I say, this has all the original everything here. So this is the more information, etc. And then just even the more like mail-ins for purchase the next thing, and the original CDs. These are deceptively expensive, so really nice to find that in there. This is actually a keeper. It's not going anywhere. It looks like there's discoloration on that, at least the way it is from my camera, but that is actually color and photography. So super clean. And the last thing that kind of was out of the wheelhouse of most of this I was really surprised for. I already wasted a really nice crease break going through this collection, but not so old that it has a serial number on it, but nonetheless a true Beatles US stereo first press. The cleanest copy I've ever seen in my life. No dirt, no smudges, no ring wear, a little indentation, barely. I mean, it could have came that way from the factory. And like I say, if you're just curious, if I need to peekaboo it, it has the old paper sleeves back in the day. So there's a little bit of dust on this, but as clean as a whistle. It doesn't get any better. That's why you need to do the deed of seeking out these collections. If someone offers it to you, don't blow them off. See what's good. I got a little paper flake in my face. Weird ending. Whatever. So be it. Cheers, EC. Rock on. Be well. I hope you enjoyed this for whatever it is. I just presented it the way I found it.